The Greek election is over, and my next guest says we saw more excitement during the Greek defeat of Russia during the Euro Cup. Peter Hug, and For Pete's Sake, is coming up right now. So we are back in home base in Montreal. We had a great IPMI, but Peter, I think we were better off last week in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, I sure enjoyed the golf.
So Peter, Greek elections are over. No big surprise there. The pro-bailout, more conservative party winning. What impact is it having on the markets, if any?
Well, the initial impact, they assumed there'd be a coalition government. That was diffused this morning, but when the first news came out that there would be a coalition government, the European stocks went up, the euro went up, and the metals came down a little bit, but that lasted about 15 minutes.
Right. So will Greece be on the agenda at the G20 happening now in Mexico?
It may be. I think Greece is a side issue. I think they're more looking at Spain and Italy, where the economies are much larger. I think all the focus this week is going to be on the Fed meeting on Wednesday and the G20 meeting on Thursday to determine whether or not there'll be a fiscal union in Europe, which I think is necessary to keep the euro intact.
Right. So there was so much hype built up around this Greek election. Are you slightly disappointed, Peter? Were you expecting a different outcome?
No, I was expecting Greece to lose to Russia. But no, I wasn't expecting anything major coming out of Greece. Again, I think it's a fairly insignificant economy. I think it's more the issue of the contagion spreading to Spain and to Italy that had most people worried.
Okay, so let's talk about Operation Twist now. FOMC meeting this week. How important is this meeting, Peter? I
think it's important. I think, again, the market is just grasping for straws, hoping that the Fed will continue on a minimum basis, continue Operation Twist and maybe even suggest QE3.
Right.
I don't think they'll suggest QE3. If I had to guess, I think they may extend Twist. I think this will be their last opportunity to take any meaningful action before the election.
Right, you did say that in your morning reports, their last chance to really take action before the election. So if there's no QE3, are we expecting a quiet summer?
Well, I think it'll give direction to the market for the summer. I think if the Fed does nothing, the first reaction I think will be negative, both for the U.S. stock market and for the commodities. And then we'll be looking at the G20 meeting, see what comes out of there. And there's just a lot of arguments still in place between the Germans and the rest of the European Union. So even the G20 meeting, they may give it some verbiage, but I don't think there'll be any substantive action out of the G20 on Thursday. I wouldn't be short this market as a trader. I'd be flat, but I think we'll get a trend coming out of this market by Thursday afternoon. We'll have a handle on where this market probably will trade over the next couple of weeks.
Okay, so overall, what are you looking at for gold this week, Peter? How are you setting it up? What numbers?
If you're looking for a range, I still think we're in the range of 1580 to 1650 with probably more pressure to the upside ahead of the Fed and the G20 announcements coming on Wednesday and Thursday. I wouldn't aggressively be long the market. I certainly wouldn't be short, but I think it'll be a tight range. I might even tighten that up a bit more, maybe 1600 to 1650 until we get some more news out of the Fed and the G20.
All right, fantastic, Peter. Look forward to speaking to you again next week. And I'd like to say go Germany, but you know, I'm biased and rooting for Italy. So
I'll say it, go Germany.
All right, thanks for watching this edition of For Pete's Sake. You can email both of us at newsfeedback@kitco.com. We'll see you next week.